Texting. Oinky, boinky, boinky, oinky. Welcome back, America, to the mid-sack on a Tokum Tuesday, Tipping Back Tuesday. The redoubtable one himself, Thomas, the highly questionable one, RJ Noabla Fucktardo Miliaccio. That's for you dumbass freaking Mac haters. Welcome back to segment 2. I can't stand them. I hate them so much. They're so stupid. It's so fun. They know nothing about football. You hear them talking like, how do you even... Oh. Anyway, enough of them. Segment 2, IDD, for those of you who I don't disagree. We are talking fantasy football recap. Week 2. Look, I treat this, before he goes off, because I have a feeling he's going to, you have to look at this the same way you look at it with the NFL season. Nobody wins or loses anything in 2 weeks. And since half the teams make the playoffs in a 12-team league, you're nowhere near out of it. So he said it, I have a tendency to panic. Number 1, do not panic. Okay, number 2, I have recent history to prove this. I was 3-6 last year and made the playoffs and won a playoff game. It's never over unless you decide to tap out. Eric, Mr. Auto Pick Eric, Auto Draft Eric.
Auto Eric.
Look, only 2 teams are left undefeated in our league, a bunch of ones and ones. So everybody's close. So win this week and go from there. And if you lose this week, don't panic, because 0-3, you're not eliminated with 14 games.
Oh, see, he set me up just in case I lose.
I don't think you're eliminated 0-3.
So for the first time this year, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but I am not projected to win. Both first 2 weeks I've been projected to win by a healthy margin.
No, we were 7 points.
That's a healthy margin in my opinion.
No, that's nothing in fantasy football. That all it takes is one guy.
No, but
one guy to score a touchdown, and your guy, one guy.
Starting off, I was a 55% odds, 55% chance. You were 45. To me,
that's close.
That's right, but this week it's 50-50.
So you're even. Who are you playing?
Right, but Al is projected to score more than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see the schedule here. So you've got Ala. Let's see here. Ala. Schedule. So it's, all right, let me see here. Milk Smug, that's week 1. Here we go, week 3. All right, so he's got, Al's got a pretty solid team, but he's 1-1. He's beatable. Where are you? Here you are. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to the matchup. Can I pull the matchup on here?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Oh, let me see here.
It's Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert. That's a wash.
Yeah.
It's Bijan Robinson versus Derrick Henry.
Cleveland's D.
I actually like Bijan.
I like Bijan in that one. He's favored for a reason.
Jamal Williams is not going to be there.
Who's on your bench here?
So I have Jaylen Warren on my bench.
By the way, he looked good.
Yeah, I drafted him. I have Khalil Herbert on my bench, who's going up against Kansas City. Maybe that's the way to go, but just Herbert's done nothing.
And KC looks better now. They held Jacksonville 9 points.
I'm really thin at running back because Jamal Williams is hurt now. So I'm in the midst of trying to pick up Alvin Kamara, TJ Ford, who I know everybody's going to try to pick up.
Brian's going to get him. Because he lost Nick Chubb.
Exactly.
He has to get him.
But he's not first in the waiver order.
Who is?
I'm not sure.
Well, he's first on the claim on him, apparently, because he's got it pending. Goes through. He's number 1 on the claim.
How do you know?
He looked at it. We saw it in the rest. Tonight.
No, I mean, I have a pending claim in on him too.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have a better chance than me.
You sure?
Oh no, he is number 1.
He's number 1.
So see, he's number 1 in the waiver order. Then it's Mighty Ghost.
Yep.
I don't understand how I am number 8, but I'm 0-2. Shouldn't the teams that lose? It shouldn't be about what
when you
got.
put the claim in.
No.
First come, first serve.
Nah, there's a waiver order.
Okay, well, what's that based on? Because that don't make no sense.
I don't know. Maybe it's based
You're
on...
0-2. You should be 1 or 2.
Well, no. So it might be based on the last time you pick someone up. Because the last person in the league to pick somebody up, I'm pretty sure it was Gary.
Yeah.
He picked somebody up like right before the game started.
This is really close. He's 114. You're almost 112.
That's close.
And that's with your running back out.
Right. That's close.
So if you put in one of your dogs, you're favored. I think anything under 10 points is close. Anything under 10.
See, I think if it's a touchdown, I like
Touchdown's
the
not
odds.
big in fantasy football because that's literally one guy getting a touchdown that doesn't versus a guy who normally doesn't. One guy doesn't get a touchdown, gets it.
But
and the guy normally
anyway,
doesn't.
in this
But Utes
one,
doesn't.
I am not favored, and I'll take that because past two weeks I've been favored.
Calvin
and I've
Ridley's
lost.
going to go off against fucking Houston. I'm laughing that they've only got him at 14.8. He's probably going to get 2 touchdowns, given he dropped 2 last week. And Houston's front 7 is good, but Houston's corners aren't.
Devontae Adams against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I might think about moving him.
What's the deal with Ayuk against the G-Men?
I think Ayuk against the G-Man would be a great play as long as he is healthy.
Well, this is the thing. I got the Q. The Q.
Christian Watson against New Orleans wouldn't be bad. Adam Thielen had 20 points against the fucking
I
Saints.
told people he was going to be good. He caught a touchdown. He caught a 2-point conversion and a touchdown, actually.
But I don't know. Would I put him in for Devontae Adams?
Who are they playing? Thielen, Seattle.
I think they've been
Versus-
soft in the secondary.
They have.
Seattle.
They have. I don't know. It's tough. You got Phillies D against Tampa Bay. All right, you're a favorite there. He's got Buffalo's defense at Washington. Dude, Washington could beat Buffalo.
You think so?
Yeah, they can. It's in Washington. Yeah, they can beat Buffalo.
Yeah, but Washington's not a good place to play for the Commanders.
Yeah, but they got Chase Young back.
That's true.
And he's playing like it. So
That's true.
Anyway, back to fantasy. So yeah, look, I mean, and kudos to everybody who won this week. And if you
Dude,
want,
you blew the doors off me.
and my team, I read them out. I pulled the Bill Parcells on them. And by the way, my fucking T Higgins 0.0 in week 1. Who the fuck would have projected that? No, he came back.
Give
with
you
a
30 points.
He came back with vengeance.
Dude, you got 30 from T Higgins, 28.9.
28.9.
Whatever. Okay, we're splitting hairs.
Splitting hairs.
22 from Pickens.
Yeah.
19 from your D.
Yeah.
10 from your kicker. 17 from your tight end.
Hunter Henry.
And you didn't get shit from your 2 running backs. Still scored just under 150.
With my running backs combining for 12 points, which is why I keep saying don't pin your hopes to running backs.
My day started off great.
Actually, your home run hitter was pretty. Devontae showed
Lamar
up.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson was good, much better than week 1.
Lamar Jackson 23.
Yep.
Bijan 21. Devontae 20.
20. Yep.
My kicker 13.
I'm saying.
I had 4 people show up.
Yep.
However, Jamal Williams 2.9 injured. Fryermuth 1.2.
He got hurt though.
Yeah, I know.
That's not. I mean, the Fryermuth one. That's on the court. There's
Fryermuth
no way.
1.2.
No way he should have had 1 catch.
Ridley screwed me 5.2.
Yeah.
And Ayuk goes from 32 on my bench to 7. That pisses me off.
I mean,
That's literally.
well, he wasn't going to do that again.
But 7?
He probably should have got 14 or 15.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think it would have made much.
7? Dear
7?
God.
Dear God.
But I think he
7.
got hurt.
Did he? Well, he's questionable, so he must have.
Yeah, his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, you had some bad luck there with guys getting hurt too. The running back.
But fuck this bullshit. I'm tired of this bad luck.
This bullshit.
All right, so let's look at week 3.
Eagles
Good
D, disappointing.
especially
Yeah.
since they started off so high.
Yeah, disappointing.
Dude, they started off that night really good.
I mean, yeah, they did. They did. Look, they were gonna have a hell of a night.
yeah. And then they just kept giving up touchdowns.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If Jefferson doesn't fumble that ball out of the end zone, the game completely changed on that play. I'll tell you right now. And they still put up 28. But no, anyway, look. What I'm gonna say to you is this, and because some guys are also got some guys shooting their load in fantasy that won't be doing that forever either. So trust me on that because it happens every year. So don't get caught up about 0-2, 0-3, 1-2, or whatever. There's too much time.
I hope I go 1 and 2.
Too much time. And it's a panic. To me, like I said, if you get to week 5 or 6 and you don't see any improvement, that's when you start to move some pieces around the chessboard. I mean, obviously there's injury now where his running back, so he's got to make a move. You have no choice.
Here's my concern. I'm weak at running back. Outside of Bijan. I have a stud.
You have a stud.
And then nobody.
I think Jalen Warren.
Maybe he can get some run.
I think he's good. I think he's good because he can catch too.
Yeah, I
He's a
mean,
dual
I
threat.
drafted him because the guys at Fantasy Football Exchange in the preseason were saying he's a guy that could emerge at some point.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we'll see.
no, I mean he's a good guy to have on your bench, but he looked the other night. Last night he showed promise. I'll tell you right now.
Well, every time he touched the ball, something happened.
Yeah.
Every time Najee touched the ball,
Yeah, except for
It
two
was like
plays.
a
It was like 2
scrum
runs
of-
Najee had in the whole game. 2 good runs out of it. But again, I don't think he's being set up for success. Because one, his line stinks. At least in terms of run, they stink. And they cannot run out of a base offense. They have to mix it up and trick plays and reverse me and this out of a shotgun set. That's
does their
the only
line
way.
stink? Pittsburgh?
They're not good, man. I think
Their O-line?
the center's good, and I think the left tackle's good. The other 3 guys, they can't run between the tackles.
And O-line is a tough thing to build.
No, and you've got to draft well, and you've got to have a good offensive line coach. And no one talks about that, by the way. But I've got a guy named Dante Scarnecchia. They call him Scar, who was a Pats assistant coach for like 35 years. And he was the offensive line coach. He turned a wrestler into a fucking Pro Bowl offensive line. He wasn't drafted. So, anyway, back to fantasy. Look, I mean, we've got some
Adam Thielen in for Ayuk, maybe?
Yeah. Who's Thielen playing?
Seattle. Ayuk is questionable. Shoulder injury.
I would say yes. Because,
The only thing is the Giants' defense sucks right now.
well, that's the thing. But you don't know if he's going to be healthy.
I know, but I can wait to make the
You
decision.
can wait. I'm just saying that if he I think
If he isn't healthy, then I'm fucked.
Thielen is going to get. He's his number one. He's going to get a lot of targets. He just is. He's going to get.
He's got to.
He's going to get volume, and if he gets volume,
Is that
his-
game in Seattle, though?
I don't know where it is, but I know this.
Because what's-his-face could have a
he
tough time out
he
there.
is his number one option, and
It is at Seattle.
I don't think it matters. He'll still. I mean, look,
But
he
Carolina could go out there and poop.
doesn't
poop,
matter.
poop,
They're
poop.
going to throw. He's going to get targeted at least 10 times.
But I'm saying, you think about the rookie quarterback in that stadium on the road, his 3rd game.
Look, they could get blown out 31-7. I'm just saying that doesn't mean that your boy ain't gonna have 7 catches for 70 yards and the touchdown, because he might, because he trusts him. Every time, he wasn't watching that game last night. I was going back and forth, and I'm telling
I
you,
watched the first half of that game.
I watched it. Well, I was watching the third. I'm telling you now, he leans into Thielen a lot. That's his guy. That's his binky. You got his binky. Come hell or high water, he's going to be targeted 10 times every game. Mark my words on this. And if he gets
That's a
5,
good target share.
I'm telling you, if he's going to get 10 targets every game, just because there aren't a lot of options.
No.
There are not a lot of options on that team right now. He's it in the passing game. So,
All right, so what do you want to do?
well, I don't know.
Are we going to do what we normally do and tell people who to put in?
Tell people what a bunch of dick idiots they are. We can go. We got Milk Smug. Want to start with the top?
Sure.
We got the Milk Smugglers. That'd be DJ against Auto Pick Eric, they're both 1-1. They both had. Well, did DJ win in week 1 or week 2? Yeah, week 1 he won. No, week 2 because he lost. Brian beat him week 1, was bragging about it. So DJ rebounded.
Dude, because Daniel Jones went buck for him.
Yeah, he did. And
So did Mostert. Last week we told him to take Mostert out against the Pats D. Mostert went crazy.
2 touchdowns.
Whew.
Yeah, he hurt them.
Yikes.
Probably because the Pats weren't worried about him.
Jefferson went crazy.
But the
last
thing
week.
is, here's
They
why he
locked
hurt
it.
them. You want to know why he hurt them? Because they were like, we're not going to let Waddle and Tyreek Hill beat us. You've got to give up something to take something away. Bill Russell said that once. You can't stop everything, so take away the best options and make them. And Miami's, to their credit, this kid got 2 touchdowns. But that's how they were. If you told me before the game the Pats were going to hold those 2 to where they held them,
No, that's
and
a
that
good
guy
point.
was going to beat them, I wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't know the Pats were going to have 2 turnovers either, and that Bill was going to bench his best
It's a
weapon.
bad
for 3 quarters.
trend,
Yeah, it was a
Patriots.
bad trend.
Stop it.
4 turnovers in 2 games.
All right, you take Milk Smugglers.
All right, I'll take the Milk Smuggler. All right, so you want to go first with Auto Eric?
Sure. So right now he's starting Jordan Love against the Saints, and he's got Cousins against the Chargers on his bench. I think I'd go Cousins there.
Yeah, the Chargers D sucks.
I mean, Jordan Love has actually been really good.
I'll tell you what, the Chargers-Vikings game is going to be like 48-45. Because both offenses have weapons, and both defenses can't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
So if you're combing the waiver wire, look for a Charger or a Viking.
Dude, he's got McCaffrey against the Giants. McCaffrey could
Oh,
go for
God.
50 points against the Giants.
He might get 50.
He might get 50.
He might beat you all, or beat him all by himself.
So he's got Jahmyr Gibbs against Atlanta, which is interesting because I think Montgomery might be out.
He's hurt. Yes, he is.
Yeah,
He's
so
hurt.
that's nice. Let me not go through all this shit. Sorry.
No. No. Do you think he see changes?
Yeah, no, I would say put Cousins in for Jordan Love.
I agree. New Orleans D. Look, this is not a knock on Jordan Love. He's been good, but that New Orleans D.
They can get to the quarterback.
Yeah. If I've got a quarterback playing against that Charger defense, who everyone is lighting up, yeah.
I see another change.
Okay, go ahead.
He's got the Giants defense in against San Fran. That could get ugly.
I'd find any defense. Anything would be better than that.
Anything
would be better than that. That could be 50
There's probably
points.
4 defenses on the way.
How many points are the Niners going to score Thursday night? They going to break 40?
Nah, I'll say 32.
Okay.
Giants score 35 and win. It's a shootout.
There's not enough alcohol
35-32
in this fridge to make me believe what he just said.
Giants play well in San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah. They got an LT when that was happening.
No, with Eli too.
Anyway, I'm looking at DJ's lineup. Look, oh God, and Danny Dimes has played so well, but he's going up against that defense.
Yikes!
And may not have Saquon Barkley. I would seriously consider not dumping him, but I would bench him and find any quarterback because he might not.
Okay, so who would he drop because he doesn't have room for him?
I would drop Cam Akers, who's hurt and going to be out for a while. Or if you're you could always drop. He's good.
Chark ain't shit, right?
I'd say maybe. Oh, don't drop Jordan Atkinson. I think about him putting him in against the Chargers.
Addison's good.
DJ Clark, Carolina.
Chark,
whatever his name is. Dump him and get a quarterback.
Okay.
There's some good ones out there because I don't think Danny Dimes is going to do anything against that defense. Not because he can't, he's that good, but I just don't. If they don't have Saquon Barkley to keep them honest, and San Fran knows they can't run, oh God, they might kill him. They might lose Danny Dimes in this game. That's what I'm afraid of.
I hope not.
Or you better put him in the shotgun in 2 steps and throw it. 2 steps and throw it. I don't care if he throws it in the dirt, but get it out in 2 steps.
Are there 2 Monday night games again next week?
Yes, there are.
Again?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, next teams rather. So we'll go to Murrayfield Valley, the Pipe Layer.
And the Boito Bowl.
Now, the Pipe Layers are 2-0, but the Boito Bowl is favored in this game right now.
By 9 points.
So who do you want to take? And by the way, the quarterback for the Pipe Layers is Joe Burrow.
Yikes.
Yowza.
I'll take Boito Bowl. I think
Boito
you had him
Bowl.
last
They did. Boito Bowl. Okay.
So Austin Eckler, that's an easy one. He needs to come out because I think he is going to be out.
Yeah.
But let me do something different.
With Boito Bowl?
Yeah.
You've got a tough.
Jeez.
He's got guys hurt on the bench.
I hate how I can't see their position.
He does have a running back that's going up against Minnesota's defense, who's projected to get 8, but I think he might go over.
Everett is a running back? Or Kelly?
Kelly's a running back. Everett's a tight end.
Has Kelly done anything?
I don't know. He's projected to get 8. His average is 9.5. If his average is 9.5, that means he had a double-digit week already.
He had 15 in week 1 and then 3.9 last week.
That's why. Okay.
That's iffy.
Minnesota was going against who last week?
Philly.
That's probably why. Run defense. Philly's good against the run.
Maybe.
Held the Pats to 76 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good against the run. Pats usually can run the ball. Well, if the line's healthy. But anyway, I would say that one, definitely.
Yeah, if Eckler's hurt, you got to get him out of there. And
yeah.
I guess that's the person you replace him with.
That's him, yeah. You got to do that.
Who is R. Moore? Oh, wide receiver. Rondell.
Rondell. Doesn't Rondell Moore sound like a male fashion model? Rondell Moore.
Maybe.
Now displaying our Calvin Klein spring collection, Rondell Moore.
Okay, so then he has Chris Godwin in against the Eagles or Jacoby Myers against the Panthers.
I would go with Jacoby Myers.
It's not Jacoby Myers. It's Seattle. It's Jason Myers. I did this before.
That's a kicker.
I'm just going to keep
Jason Myers is a kicker, by the way.
Oh, that's the backup kicker. That's right. Remember?
This is 2 weeks
Why
in a row.
doesn't the app show me the position?
This is 2 weeks in a row you did this.
Why doesn't the app show me the damn position?
know.
It just says bench.
Your phone has got to be the worst sports information
It's not my phone. This is the app.
But the app is always on your phone. Every time there's a fucked up app, it's always your phone that finds it.
Dude, it's the same app you're looking at. That's the iPad version.
Well, mine tells mine the position.
Right.
Clearly,
the fact
I
that
can't-
their mobile app can't do what that does is pathetic.
I guess
It's not my phone. Next one. They call me Lemoncello.
Wait, hold on. I didn't get to do anything.
On what?
On midfield. I didn't get
Oh, my bad. Let's go.
All right, first one. This one. Listen to this one. Now Burrow, we don't know his status. Okay, for Sunday, but sitting on his bench is Brock Purdy, who's playing the Giants. To
Easy
me,
money.
even if Burrow was playing, I'd put Brock Purdy.
Burrow's 100% healthy.
Yeah, I'd put Purdy against the Giants. I think he's throwing for 3 or 4 touchdowns easy in this game. I just think he is. I don't know what the Giants are going to do to slow them down. I don't know what they can do. They don't have no pass rush. They don't have a shutdown corner. I don't know what. Zone blitz is all I can think of. That's it. Zone blitz. But
All right, that's easy.
yeah, that's easy. So anyway, the rest of them though, I mean, he's the underdog here. He's got
He's got to get Saquon out of there.
Yeah, Saquon is not playing.
And even if he was, I'd get him out of there.
I'd get him out of there and
Put P. Ryan in there.
yeah, you can run on Miami. Yeah, you can do it.
Are there any other
If
running
their line
backs?
is healthy. No, he's got
Bunch of receivers.
yeah, he's got a bunch of receivers. So that's the obvious one. Those are the 2 things I would do. Okay, moving on. Throckmorton to the brothers, the sibling rivalry. to
Brothers
match-
McMullen.
Yes. So
Oh, and this is quite a disparity.
it really is.
131 to 113.
Throckmorton is favored to Throck the Mort out of Limoncello. Who do you want in this one? Who do you want to take?
I'll take Chris because I took Brian last week.
Okay. All right, you go first. I mean, he's favored by 18. I don't know what.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's got a wrong one in here.
Depends on the defense.
No, everybody who's in should be in.
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Hurts, you're not going to put Jimmy Garoppolo in.
No, I didn't think you were changing that one anyway.
Cook for Buffalo against Washington. That could be a tough matchup for him. But James Conner against Dallas is probably worse than that.
Yeah, I was
And Zeke against the Jets is worse than that.
Yep.
So you got to stick with it.
Stick with that. I would
Yeah.
think, yeah. I agree.
He's got Tyreek Hill. Damn.
He's loaded. He's got Debo too.
Debo, Tyreek, Kittle. This team. Listen to this team.
I'm looking at
The
it.
fact that he drafted this team just pisses me off about my draft because he got Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuel, George Kittle,
Yeah.
and the Jets defense.
Yeah.
That's a good draft.
That's a very good draft. Michael Pittman is a good receiver.
He's not super deep
No, that's
after
one-
that,
Yeah.
but he doesn't need to be super deep after that. If those guys
Not unless
perform.
somebody gets hurt.
All right, you take Lemon.
Lamon. We were actually talking about this at Publix tonight. I was looking at his lineup. It's funny I got it. You got to get Justin Fields out of there. He's a train wreck. KC, he has to go to KC. They're going to lock him down.
And look who's on his bench.
Yeah, he's got Matthew Stafford, but he's still missing Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but against the Bengals, why not?
Well, no, but again, yeah. I mean, he may put up numbers, but I mean, I don't know why Fields is projected to get 18 points. His average is 14.6. Why is he going to light up this defense with Chris Jones, who when Jacksonville couldn't do it, and they've got way more weapons than he does? And that was in Jacksonville.
Is it how they deal with a running quarterback?
He's not going to be able to run on them either.
No.
No, Chris Jones makes their front seven very formidable. He held Jacksonville. They held Jacksonville to 9. I don't care who dropped
All right,
what.
so you think he should put Matt Stafford in?
I think so. That's one I would do. In terms of the other, obviously Travis Etienne for Jacksonville is a question mark, but he doesn't have any other running backs on his bench. Yeah, he's got to pick up a running back. That was the other thing I told him to do. He has a claim.
He's got an empty bench.
He's got a claim in there for that dude.
Oh, because of Chubb.
Yeah, because Chubb was his guy. He had to drop Nick Chubb. That was the problem.
That sucks.
So he tried to put him for Chubb's backup. He's the number one spot to get him, so he's going to add him and put him in there. That's what I would do. He's got the Niners defense, and Saquon is probably not going to play. I'd stay there. Mike Evans has been excellent in the flex. Zay Flowers has been for. He's got a good lineup.
Yeah,
he does. The quarterback is the one thing. Jalen Hurts. I'll tell you right now, Tampa Bay's defense is good. They're healthy, and people forget how good they were. They didn't just suddenly forget how to play, and they've got most of their guys. They're going to give Philadelphia a problem. I don't think they have the offense to beat them, but it is down in Tampa, so I think it's going to be close. If Baker Mayfield takes care of the ball, that's going to be a game.
No way.
Baker's been good this year.
If that's a game for Philly, they're not the same.
All right, hold on a second. Before you say that, Tampa Bay is 2-0, I might add, number one. Number two, that defense has been top 10 for the past 5 years. It's legit. It's one of the best defenses in football when healthy, and it is. And three, they have 2 Hall of Fame receivers. So before you write off Tampa, you're writing him off basically on the quarterback itself. And he, so far at least, has played well this year, for what it's worth. I have Philly winning that game.
So it's not so much just the quarterback so far. It's the fact that Tom Brady was their quarterback last year, and they couldn't really do shit.
No, because the line wasn't healthy. The line is...
And what's different now? The center's gone.
But the 2 tackle guards are healthy this year. They were out last year.
The whole year?
The entire interior of that line was gutted before one snap. And they were gone all season.
Maybe that changes something, because I kind of felt like y'all couldn't go 500 with Tom Brady. Now you replace Brady with Baker Mayfield.
Well, they have a last place.
Why should I believe
they have a last. Well, I mean, actually, they have a first place because they won the division. But I mean, that the division is not overall supposed to be strong.
No, but it's not even about that. For me to trust them against Philly, I'm going to need to see it happen. I think they're going to get smacked around.
I think it comes down to turnovers. If he plays a clean game, it's a game. Philly wins by a touchdown. Philly barely beat Minnesota at home. Tampa Bay went into Minnesota and won, by the way. So,
yeah, but Philly did what they do. They got
this
up
is why
and they let a team back in.
This is why Tampa Bay
not coming
Tampa
back
Bay
in.
has a better defense by far than Minnesota does. This isn't even close. Don't even go there. And they've got 2 number 1 receivers, whereas Minnesota just has 1.
Dude.
And Minnesota gave them all they could handle.
Minnesota's offense is way fucking better than Tampa's offense.
I don't think so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because Dalvin Cook is gone and Thielen is gone. They're not the same offense.
They're not. They're still better than Tampa.
Godwin and Evans are a better receiving tandem than what Minnesota has. And the running back, by the way, for them is doing better than the Minnesota running back.
I take Minnesota's receivers and tight end, and I think they outperform.
They haven't so far. They haven't.
No, why?
Jefferson's gone off, but so is Evans. He's done everything Jefferson's done.
So is Hawkinson.
Hawkinson is not as good. Hawkinson, none of those guys are as good as Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's been a 1,000-yard receiver for like 5 years in a row.
We're talking about this year.
He's off to a good start this year too.
Everybody I mentioned on Minnesota is.
So is Tampa.
So?
Tampa beat Minnesota.
So? Their offense didn't beat their offense.
Tampa's defense is far superior to Minnesota's defense,
without a doubt.
Okay,
They're going
to give Philadelphia fits.
Right.
And this comes down. Right. This comes down to one thing.
I don't believe it.
No, I still think Philly wins, but I think it's close because this comes down to one thing. If Baker Mayfield takes care of the ball, that is going to be a 1-score game. The only way it gets out of hand is if he turns the ball over.
But it's Baker Mayfield.
He hasn't turned it over yet.
To.
He hasn't done it yet.
Okay, who do you play?
Minnesota, who almost beat Philly.
Thank you. You're talking double bullshit. You're
Minnesota did or not
Minnesota's
almost beat Philly?
in Philly. They didn't almost beat Philly.
Really? If you take away that fumble out of the end zone,
you can't take that away.
But that was a fluke play.
They were down by 3 scores in the fourth quarter.
That was Jefferson who made that play.
They were down by 3 scores in the fourth quarter.
And came back. Why? Because Philly's D is not that good.
They didn't come back. They scored a touchdown in garbage time.
They were an onside kick away from getting the ball back and winning.
An onside kick away.
You know why?
But you know why they're
doing an onside kick? Because it's a 1-score game. Otherwise, you're not doing an onside kick.
That's okay.
That means it was
not
close.
all one-score games are alike. Okay.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yes, I did, and it's true.
One-
Because
not all.
if I run out on you and I'm winning 32-7, okay,
It wasn't 32-7.
all right,
It wasn't
but just hear me out. And then with a minute left, you score a touchdown. You didn't almost beat me.
If I'm within one score of you and I get the onside kick, I can beat you.
But-
it's that simple. It's one play.
But they didn't, and they weren't.
They lost 34-28, and it came down to an onside kick.
To me, they didn't almost beat them.
To me, they did.
Because
the
they
scoreboard
would have
says they
had
did.
to still score with nothing
They put up
left.
over 400 yards of offense. And by the way, if you get the onside kick, you only have to go half the field.
All right, you
Not
can say
80
this all you
yards.
want. It's not true.
It is true.
I don't agree.
They
You can't just go, it was a one-score game and act like that's the same as two teams that
It was a
fought it
one-score
out.
game, and they put up over 400 yards of offense on them. What are you talking about? On their field.
Dude, they got down big,
And
started launching
if their
the ball.
best
That's what
player
happened.
doesn't fumble the ball through the end zone, which is a fluke that happened, it's a different game altogether, and you know it. That was a 14-point swing. Because they scored on the next
Philly
drive.
handled them.
No, they
Got
didn't.
bored, let them back in it. And you're trying to act
Jefferson
like Minnesota
had
almost
Jefferson
beat them.
had 7 catches for $159, and they handled them.
Yes.
No, they didn't. They got
Yes, they
lucky.
did.
Second week in a row, they got
They
lucky.
handled them. They had like 3 starters out on defense. Dude, they're
Minnesota doesn't have a defense. What the hell are you talking about?
exactly.
Philly-
that's how we got on
Philly-
this point.
Philly with 3
That's how we
starters
got
out
on
still
this
has a
point.
better defense than
because you
Minnesota.
were talking up Baker Mayfield, and I said who'd he play, and you said Minnesota, who almost beat Philly.
Yes,
but
on
now you're
Philly.
telling me they don't have a defense. But you're saying
And they still almost beat them. That's my point.
no, it's not.
It's
We're
not?
not talking about that.
You mark
We're
my
talking
words.
about Baker Mayfield. I
Philadelphia,
said he's going to turn the ball
Philadelphia
over.
is not breaking 30 on Tampa.
That's fine.
They might not break 20.
Baker's not scoring that.
He doesn't have to. Don't
He's
turn
gonna-
the ball
he's
over.
going to.
Don't turn the ball
He's
over.
going to.
Don't turn the ball over.
He's going to. That's how we got on that because
You know what? You know
I
what?
said who do
You know what? You know what?
play?
Lemoncello, pick up Baker Mayfield right now.
Oh my!
Pick him up right now.
Yeah.
Pick him up.
It's your own
He'll throw
fucking.
for 4
He's
touchdowns.
got Matt Stafford.
He's got 2. Matt Stafford doesn't have 2 good receivers like that. You tell me that Tutu Atwell is better than Evans and Godwin? He's not.
He actually probably has.
He's not better than them. Stop talking. The guy's been around for 2 games. He's 2 are fucking already in the Hall of Fame. Shut up. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. You know you're wrong.
I'd still rather have Stafford though. Not because. Come on, dude.
Moving on.
Who do you think got drafted more, Baker
Dream,
Mayfield or Matt Stafford?
Pipe Dream.
Who do you think? Who do you think?
I don't know. Matt Stafford didn't have a good year last year.
He wasn't. He was hurt.
They were terrible.
He was hurt.
They were terrible.
He hurt his back.
He played most of the season.
No,
though.
he didn't. He hurt his
Did-
back.
how many
He was
games
gone
did he
for at
miss?
least half the season.
No, that was Cooper Kupp.
No,
Cooper Kupp was gone in week
for
7.
more.
Week 7, Cooper Kupp went out.
Matt Stafford out in week 6.
He's looking up because he doesn't know.
Of course I don't know.
Max Stafford, week 6. Matter of fact, he didn't get out of preseason.
I was saying week 6 because you said Cooper Kupp was 7.
He did go out in week 7. That's when Cooper Kupp
I know.
got
That's
hurt.
why I said Stafford out in week 6.
Yeah, it could be a dick.
I was kidding.
All right, next game. Ooh. We've got the Dream Team, defending champion Isaac Hilton.
December 3rd.
Against
so what was
multiple-
that, week 12?
Yeah, week 12.
Still a third of the season.
And
Is it not?
Philly by a touchdown. Anyway, multiple
Philly by
MIGs
10.
against the Dream Team. Who do you want? You want the Dream Team or you want my brother? My brother with 3 quarterbacks.
I want Pete.
Dude, he has Baker Mayfield.
I want Pete.
This is where he gets the trade.
Exactly.
Brian, make the trade.
It took a guy with 2 quarterbacks picking up another quarterback for Baker Mayfield to earn a roster spot. And he's talking
By
about
the
him
way,
like he's the
hold
second
on.
fucking
Baker
coming.
Mayfield's average 17 points for a guy who's supposed to be a bum. That's pretty good.
He
17.
played Minnesota.
So what?
You just said they had no defense.
Yeah, but then they beat what's her name this weekend?
Give me the fucking.
Yeah.
Who'd they beat this
They
week?
beat Chicago.
Yeah, holy shit. You knew it as soon as you saw it. You knew I was right. Baker Mayfield's going to throw 6 picks this
No, he's
weekend.
not. No,
I'm
come
kidding.
on.
I'm
No,
kidding.
he's not.
7. Not 1. Not 2.
I got news to you.
Not 3.
Philly's secondary can't cover these 2.
That's probably true.
They can't.
But Philly's D line, That's where it happens.
But Tampa,
because Tampa's O-line,
no,
bueno.
well, I can issue
No
Tampa's O-line has
bueno.
2 more starters than they had last year.
Okay, well, that's
so
good.
they'll be better.
That's good.
They'll be better. Anyway,
Jalen Carter, though.
So you're going with who? Are you going
I'm
with?
going with Pete. I'm going with Petey.
All right, so I'm going to go first this time because you went first last time.
Good.
All right, so Isaac, what are you doing? Now, first of all, I feel bad for us because Trevor Lawrence had a very uncharacteristic Trevor Lawrence-like game. And again, if all these drops he's talking about are valid, it wasn't all his fault. Okay? So, again, I don't know what these – he's right. We didn't see the throws. But from what this guy says, they should have gotten the feet down, not they could have.
Right.
Which means the throws were where they needed to be. Anyway, I didn't watch the game, but he did. So he's got Lawrence. I expect Lawrence to bounce back. I wouldn't touch that one. And by the way, Jalen Allen, you go to that one. I think the matchup there favors him. Now, this is the thing. I don't know what Tony Pollard has done yet. Dallas is rolling people. They're going to roll Arizona. I mean, he should go off against Arizona.
Yeah.
He should.
Although Arizona is not a pushover.
I would say the other running back, though, Mixon against the Rams. Rams have a good front. You have McKinnon for, and again, he's on the bench, though. To me, what's he projected to get? Mixon 16. Well, you know what? If Joe Burrow is out, he's going to get more carries, so that's probably true. Stay with that one. In terms of the receivers, obviously don't move A.J. Brown. But Puka Nakuka, the Rams won against.
Dude, he's been crushing it.
He had 26. He's averaging 26. That's insane, that dude. So I like Cole Kmet. Mike Williams, 13. You know what?
Leave it.
Minnesota's D. Yeah, stay with him. Although Amari Cooper could light up Tennessee too.
Tennessee's been playing pretty good D though.
They have, but I don't think they're. I think they're getting to people. I don't know if their corners are very good.
Yeah, their run defense is good.
Cortland Sutherland at Miami. Miami doesn't have any shutdown corners. Cortland Sutherland, whatever.
You always add like
Sutton
6
man.
syllables to a name.
Well, why not?
Cortland Jones.
More the merrier.
Cortland Janagafer.
Packers D against New Orleans. At some point, New Orleans has got to bust out. They got too many weapons. I might check the waiver wire for a defense because I just have a feeling New Orleans at some point, there's just too many weapons not to bust out. So that's the one I might check on the defense. The kicker against Chicago, he should have 20 points all by himself.
The kicker. The day that one of us goes, you know what? I think I'd look for a different kicker. Not too sure on this one.
Well, if they're going up against Chicago, don't touch it. They're the worst defense in football. So anyway, that's what I do. Maybe the defense. Trevor Lawrence is going to bounce back. I would think about. I don't know about that Mixon one against the Rams, but he must be getting a lot of touches. Again, if Burrow's out, then that to me that you want to leave him in. What about you? What do you think with Mr. Multiple MIGs and multiple quarterbacks? Is Baker Mayfield on the trade block?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'd start Baker Mayfield as a little bit of a showcase for the rest of the league.
Well, Josh Allen is at Washington.
Well,
turnover prone Josh Allen against a good defense on the road.
If anything.
I don't like that matchup.
I would go Prescott.
Prescott? Yeah.
He's got Dak.
Oh, Arizona. He's going to light them up.
He can light them up.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Danny Dimes just went crazy.
How is Dak only expected to get 17 points against Arizona with all those weapons?
Well, because they've been running the ball. They've been, you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't really had to go crazy with the weapons.
Yeah.
But he will.
Well, Arizona's going to, if he's been running, they're going to at least try and put more in the box that you really can't, though.
My hope, though, is that Josh Allen runs roughshot all over the frickin' Commanders field.
To me, that's
wins that
we
game.
We pick these games in a minute. We're gonna, I like the Skins. I mean, the Commanders in that one.
And he's got CeeDee Lamb out in Arizona, so that you could kind of tag team him and Dak together.
CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott should bend Arizona over and not ask if they want to. They're capable of doing that.
He's got Zay Jones. Has Smith and Jigba done anything?
No, I don't think so.
Has he played yet?
He's averaging 6.4. So.
Okay, so 4 the first week, 8 the second week. Can't put him in.
Can't put him in yet. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So, I think now, personally, I actually wouldn't do this, okay? If I had Josh Allen and I drafted him in the first round because he's my stud quarterback, I'd play him.
I like that.
I'd play him.
That makes sense.
You know, so even though I feel like Prescott has the better matchup,
Yeah.
Allen's my number one. I'd probably stick with him.
I agree with that.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, moving on. Last game, or last two games. Hey. We got you already. Sag, did we do you? Mag G? No, we didn't. You against Allah?
So I'll do you, you do Stidham. Oh, you get Joel this week.
Yeah, let me know. Do we do you against Allah first? Did we already break that game down, or did we not?
We haven't done it yet.
Okay, well, let's do that one first, because I have that one.
Okay.
I'll take you.
Mm-hmm.
You take Allah. Lamar Jackson is questionable.
Yeah, that's not good. He got a stinger in his hand. I think he'll be fine.
He should play. Mac Jones against the Jets. I don't know. Who's Bill Belichick going to bench this week? I don't know. I don't blame Mac for any of that. Mac's been good.
What are you talking about?
You have Mac Jones on your bench because if Lamar's out, you got to go with him.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Lamar's not out because the Jets D is tough.
No, it is, but I think Bill O'Brien will. I have faith in Bill O'Brien. I do, and I think that the Jets. The Jets are going to be on the field a lot because the Pats D is going to kill Zach Wilson. He was seeing ghosts last time he saw the Pats defense, and the Pats defense is better than the one that had ghosts in it. So the Pats are going to fuck him up defensively. They are, and the Pats are the desperate team. Pats cannot lose this game. No. So I would say that defense is going to that kid's going to shit his pants. And if he doesn't, Bill Belichick should be fired because the kid sucks. So anyway, the bottom line is I would maybe it depends on if Lamar's healthy, stay with Lamar, obviously. I like the running back. Obviously, that kid's been everything you said he is. Detroit's better on defense, but I still think he'll get his. Receivers, will the real Calvin Ridley please stand up? He was great week one. Don't know what the hell happened to him in week two. Houston's front seven is good, but I don't know about their corners. I think he has a bounce back game, so I'd probably stick with him. I don't know about the tight end. You might want to look around on the waiver wire because I don't know what this coordinator is going to do.
Dude, there ain't shit out there, though.
There's got to be quarterback that will throw to. There's got to be somebody out there.
I mean, Gesicki's out there.
Gesicki hasn't hit the end zone yet. He might against the Jets because the Jets are going to be keen on the other guys. I'm just saying. I
don't know if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Freiermuth should be getting more touches.
All right, well, here's the silver lining. He only got one last week, so I got to imagine he's going to get targeted more because somebody's going to be yelling at him about that, and I think his name is Mike Tomlin. Because you got to get that kid the ball. He's talented, especially down the seam.
He caught the only touchdown against the Niners. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. And let's rest assured that Vegas doesn't have a defense. I'm not sold on Vegas' defense at all. So, I don't know. Let's stay with him for now. Ayuk's questionable. You've got good options there. If we know about you have Thielen.
Thielen's probably my best.
I would think. To me, I think even if Ayuk is healthy, I would go with Thielen because I think Thielen's going to get 10 targets at least, and he's going to get.
I know, but Ayuk against the Giants could be big.
But everybody's going to light the Giants up. He'll probably get a touchdown, but I think 8 guys are going to score against the Giants. So he might get one of the 8.
This is my birthday.
But I think Thielen is going to get the bulk of the work in the passing game. I know Ayuk is the best, the third option. He's probably the fourth option on San Francisco. Thielen is the one. That's the one thing I would think about. Other than that, I like your lineup a lot. That's the one I would think about. Because I just think in terms of touches, Thielen's going to get guaranteed 10 touches a game. I don't think Ayuk's going to get targeted 10 times.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, there's too much on that.
There's too much on
team.
That. Yeah.
It's just after that first week.
The thing is, here's the problem. If he's the fourth option, if McCaffrey goes into the pattern, the Niners probably aren't going to get past their second read because they're both going to be open.
He's not.
If one is not open, 2 is going to be open, and the third option is either Deebo Samuel or George Kittle. Yeah. So by some miracle, one of the first 2 ain't open.
Dude, he scored 32 points in the first week.
I'm saying.
So it's not as if it doesn't happen. It happens.
The Giants have no one to guard anyone in that passing game.
My point.
Zone blitz is their only chance.
This is my point.
But he would be the fourth option.
He's still great. That's like a number 1 against any other defense.
The first 3 are going to win all night long. He may never get to him.
Purdy might start with the fourth option just to fuck with him.
Why?
I'm going to start reading my progressions backwards.
He's
open.
If I know they can't stop any of the first 3, do I even need a fourth option?
You start with the fourth. Ayuk, how you doing? All right.
Okay.
So that's
Anyway, that's me.
So it'd be
Yeah,
Thielen for Ayuk.
Yeah, so yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah. Only because I know Thielen's going to get 10 targets.
And hopefully,
maybe more.
Hopefully, I get a back off the waiver wire.
Right.
I don't think I will, but it's okay.
You got to find somebody. And all right, so you got to do Allah, who's 1-1, coming as a slight favorite. What are you thinking?
Shit, I don't know. I lost it. Hang on. Fuck, I'm in the wrong shit.
I'm on the wrong shit.
I got out of where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Allah.
Uh-huh.
So if I were him, I'd take Justin Herbert out because Minnesota's defense is really good.
Yeah.
I'd probably sit Derrick Henry
Minnesota's
too.
defense is really
I'd
good.
sit Derrick Henry too. And Jamar Chase going up against the Rams, I probably wouldn't start him either. I'd sub in Juju Smith-Schuster for Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
I'd
Although,
probably put in Conklin for Darren Waller. I'm just kidding. I'm playing against him.
Yes. In case you missed that
Right.
first part of the segment.
Okay, so there really isn't too much. The one that I would lean to, okay, is Quentin Johnson for the Chargers against the Minnesota defense. Now, Quentin Johnson hasn't done a goddamn thing.
The diddly poo.
But there was a lot of talk about him in the preseason. And if anybody's defense could break you out of a slump, we know it's Minnesota.
Actually, it's Chicago and Minnesota. But
No, so I wouldn't do that
No.
just because he hasn't done anything
he's
yet.
done nothing yet.
And Hopkins against that Cleveland defense.
Yeah.
Juju Smith-Schuster against
No.
the Jets defense.
Juju
No.
Smith-Schuster, no.
So
He's either on a pitch count or he didn't have a bad game
Yeah.
Sunday night, but I don't know. Something's different.
I got nothing to give Allah, unfortunately.
Okay, that's
He's in position to win.
Yeah. Which brings us to the last one, the succulent sack against Stidham Rules, who is 2-0. I'll obviously take Stidham. You can take me. He's favored by just under 8 points. Tua's having a hell of a year. Obviously, you don't want to fuck with that. He's averaging 19 a game, almost 20. The Pats defense did a very good job on their passing game, but that's the Pats. Denver's D is good, but it's not as good as the Pats. He's got Geno Smith going against Carolina. That's not a bad option either. So, I mean, if he thinks Denver, and again, the thing is that game is in Miami. If it was in Denver, I might have a
Tua's
different
gonna
feeling.
dice them.
He should probably dice them, given what Washington did to them. I wouldn't change that. Ramondre Stevenson against the Patriots. I don't know, against the Jets, rather. I don't know about that. They're going to key on him. You might want to think about Tank Bigsby. Tank. Oh, he hasn't done anything either.
Yeah, that's
he
a tough
doesn't
one to trust.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of running backs. In fact, that's his only running back on the bench. He's got Breece Hall in there against New England. I don't think anybody's going to be able to run the game and run in this game. Both defenses are going to shut down the run.
Ramondre's showing 14.5. That seems high.
Yeah, I mean,
Breece Hall got 4 touches last week.
yeah, he'll get more this week. But again, the game got away from him, so they had to throw, which is dumb because
with
the
the
problem is the
Wilson.
game was a game in the third quarter, and they still only
was?
They only lined up in 12 personnel 10 times in the whole game.
What's
When-
12 personnel again?
That's 2 tight ends and 1 back.
Okay.
And 13 personnel, which is 3 tight ends and a back, they only did that once. When they did it probably over a dozen times against the fucking Buffalo Bills.
So what made
It was
them
10
change?
to 7. I don't understand why at 10 to 7 they felt like they had to, because it was still a game. And until that point,
Because it was 10-0 and
Then
Zach Wilson hit Garrett Wilson.
Garrett 10-7, then it stayed that way for a while. Then it was 18-10, still one score, and then all of a sudden the Jets started throwing the ball.
And then he started throwing picks.
Because
too bad.
they didn't really try to run the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't for the life of me know why. I would tell you this right now: if they try to pull it against New England, the same result's going to happen.
Yeah.
They better try to run the ball and try to at least keep these guys off him, because if the Patriots could take the Cheetah and Waddle and hold them to the equivalent of one of them, 6 catches, 122 yards between them, and 1 touchdown, what can they do to this kid?
Yeah.
And that was with Tua, who's a good quarterback. This kid ain't Tua. So if I'm the Jets, you got to try to run that ball, but the Patriots know this. So I don't know if from a fantasy perspective, but again, he didn't have any running backs, so I don't think he has any choices there. But I don't know that any running backs, either one's going to go off on the other. So As far as the rest of it, he's got two guys that are questionable. St. Brown, Atlanta, DK. Drake London for Detroit's been good. I mean, rather, Atlanta's been pretty good.
Well, he had 0 catches the first week.
First week, he was
Last year.
And then he's got Tutu Atwell, who's been lighting it up on this bench. So he's got a couple of good options at receivers if either of those two can't go. DK Metcalf against Carolina should be a win all day. St. Brown against Atlanta, same deal. So if they're healthy, yes, stay with them. But he's got good backups if he needs them. Other than that, I don't think I'd change much. I don't. Pat's D is going to do well against the Jets because they don't have a quarterback, as far as I'm concerned. So I'd stay with what he has, pretty much. The receivers I might think about giving, but again, it depends on injuries. So that's where we are there, Joel. You got me. So I am a 7.9 dog. I'm a dog.
Yeah, I mean, I
was
really
a dog
don't.
last week by about the same.
I really don't see much to change. The only thing I was trying to look at was the Colts' rushing defense. Is it any good? Because you got Justice Hill going, who has kind of, I don't think he had a great week last week. He had a good week in week 1 when nobody had him.
He's averaging more than the backs I have in there.
Yeah. So Indianapolis right now is giving up 78.5 yards. Now, I mean, that's only 2 games.
I'm still trying to figure out how my kicker's only getting 8.6 against Minnesota. In a dome. Oh, that's right. Minnesota's, yeah, they are in a dome. Yeah.
Well, probably thinking that you're going to score touchdowns and not field goals.
They're going to score both. That's going to be a 48-45 game because both defenses suck. Anyway.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was all I could see is taking a look at Justice Hill.
Yeah.
Who do you have on your bench again?
Both my starting running backs got benched because they both are averaging 6 a game.
Oh, you got Pierce on your bench, right?
Yep. He hasn't done anything yet. Jacksonville, he's projected to get 10.7. I don't know that I trust it. Jacksonville, I don't know how good they are against the run, but I know that Indianapolis, I don't think is as good as Jacksonville defensively. So they did hold the Chiefs to 17 points, Jacksonville's defense.
Yeah.
So I would say, and they held them. They held the Chiefs to 74 yards rushing.
Yeah.
So
So you're
to
probably
me,
good with Justice Hill.
I think I'm better with him. I'm trying to get a new defense. I don't like Tampa. I think will keep them off but I don't think they're going to get a lot of sacks and turnovers. I don't think they are. I think they'll keep Philly to field goals and they'll keep Tampa in the game. I think Philly puts up 3 touchdowns. That's 21 points. Question is, can Baker Mayfield take care of the ball? Which he has so far. So we'll see. Anyway, that's the picks this week. What we think we might do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you don't want to do, and what you
won't do.
fuck you. Anyway, we're not going to pick the game. Say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. I don't care. You know why? Because God damn it, it's his birthday. Thursday night, we're going to do just our picks on Thursday night. After we're all jazzed up and stuffed from the steak.
Oh, you mean like after the game?
After the game.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do a pick segment on Thursday night. Give us a couple days to let these percolate. And we might even do a couple of college preview games, Notre Dame, Ohio State, for example. Oregon, Colorado, for example. We might preview a couple of college games, too. But until then, you enjoy Wet My Whistle Wee Wednesday, and we will see you on THC Thursday for a certain birthday boy celebration. So until then, we are on a 40-hour break. That is the redoubtable one. I'm the highly questioned one. We will see you at the beginning of the weekend. Until then, you know the drill, boys and girls. Stay loose.
I'll see you when we get here. Sorry. Coolio? Do you remember that song?
Good night.
Bye.